Let's get to this next video and get your perspective on it.
The problem with some of y'all, the reason why you don't give 120% every doggone time you get on the field, because you ain't got a why for what you do. You ain't got a why. I walk in the room, I can see some of y'all. I spoke to all of y'all when y'all came in for the most part. Why? Because I'm looking in your eyes, and I see some of y'all, and you ain't serious. And you think you about to go out there with the Ray Lewises of the world? Negro, please, when Ray come out, you see the passion. Every game, you see the energy. He come out every game like, y'all follow me. Follow my lead, baby, and we going to win this thing. What's your why?
Hold on. Let's do another air horn for that. I know, and I see the fires in the comments. I see them. Talk to us about that transition to sports. Like, you went from talking to Michigan State, and now we're in the big leagues. Now we're in NFL, NBA, everything like that. What was the thought process? What was the transition?
Transformation. These kids, same thing as and this is so important, y'all. I believe with all my heart that whatever we're asked to do on the big stage, we were asked to do it backstage. And when we mastered backstage, then we could go on the main stage. You feel me? I'm just being real. This may sound crazy, but I was talking to those kids at Michigan State University. You know what I'm saying? They just, what are they? 4 or 5 years older? Like, they're not 18, 19 now. They 23. They 24. It's the same student. At Michigan State, you're not about to graduate acting the way you're acting, and you're going to have to go back home. And let me tell y'all something. This was always my mindset. There's nothing wrong with the projects. My grandma raised us in them. But if you ever tasted wealth and you got to go back to the project, something's wrong. That's when something's wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with the project. But when you get exposed to something else, go back. Like, that's terrible. And so Michigan State, it was like, yo, if y'all partying on the weekends, y'all having fun. Y'all going to basketball games, football games. You meeting people from all over the world. You eating like you ain't never ate in your life. If you ever been to college and you eat at the cab, you ain't never ate like that in your life. I don't care who your mama is. Ain't nobody cooking like that. You won't never have that many options from night to night. I'm like, yo, you in the dorm room, you with your boys, y'all dreaming. You seeing dudes in the NBA, the NFL, Magic coming back, Draymond coming back. Like, you Michigan State. You in a stadium with thousands. You ESPN. Like, this Michigan State. Like, this ain't Cupcake City. You got Coach Izzo, a Hall of Famer. And you about to go back to Detroit. You ain't even gonna be able to survive. You done lost some of your hood going to college, and now you about to go back home. Guess what? NFL. You done traveled the world. You about to go back home. You about to go back home broke. You about to go back to the crib. And it's going to be terrible for you because you've been in planes, private jets. You've been in the best hotels in the world. You've met some of the most famous people. You've seen some of your idols. And you about to go back to the crib because you playing. That's the same spirit I went in with. That same exact spirit. I went in with, like, bump the NFL. These my babies. You feel me? I'm 30-something years old. You know what I'm saying? Almost 40. These could be, if me and Didi would have had a kid, you know, when we first hooked up, this could be one of our babies right here. These kids, these babies. I'm not about to go in there on no celebrity stuff, picture taking, signing autographs. I'm about to go to your head because our ancestors dreamed of this opportunity for you. You're a millionaire. You have access to some of the most famous people in the world. You are exposed to business deals and business opportunities that nobody else is exposed to. You're gonna get your stuff together, right? Or I'm gonna get in your butt. And so for me, it wasn't the NFL. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Now, my boy, Caleb Thornhill, played for Michigan State, played in the NFL, and he was a player development. So, like, that was my guy. We had a relationship. So I also came in like, I'm about to make Caleb look good. They're about to bring me back multiple times. They're about to bring me back every year. We about to go in and we about to kill this gig. We're about to turn this gig into a residual opportunity. That's how we got to see it. We can't be so excited about one opportunity that we just so geek. Like, no, how can I turn this into a residual? How can I turn this into a partnership? How can I make money every month off of this? And that's just the mindset that I had.
Tag Moose.
Yeah, I love, one of my favorite things is just how you view this concept. Like the work that you do is not so much motivation. Like in your eyes, like because people downplay this concept of motivation, but you have a unique way of looking at it because you're right. It's that very same perspective or mindset of looking at, oh, I'm talking to NFL players versus, yo, these are, the same kids I was talking to back at Michigan State that are a little bit older now, right? And they still need what I have. Talk to us just about that mindset of how you view what you do and how even when you started, it was never with the intent of going viral or getting money. It was like, oh, let's go help another group of students over here. Like just that, I don't know if you would call it a pure intent. How do you kind of summarize that? And even till this day, you're still grounded in that same discipline. Talk to us about that, where that comes from, and just how you continue to see it from that same perspective.
First and foremost, much respect to those people who want to honor, my birthday. I get it. But I tell people every day is a birthday. Like every day, bruh, you being born. Like you wake up. You feel me? Like every day you wake up. People your age didn't wake up this year or last year or the year before. Like people in your age group didn't make it to whatever. If you're in your 30s, they're 40s. If you're in your 40s, they're 50s, right? So I wake up every day like this is a gift, And when I speak, I'm like, yo, E, I don't know what percentage this is, but everybody don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally a gift from the creator. Everybody doesn't possess the ability to stand before people and captivate people. Now, listen to me, Moose. There is a small percentage of people who can speak. There's even a smaller group of people who can speak and connect with souls. That's rare. What I do is rare. And so I take what I do serious. And when I walk in a room, I'm saying, E, you got to speak life into these people. You got one chance, one opportunity, lose yourself. You got one moment. You know what I'm saying? You got one. Eminem said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. And so for me, when I go in that room, I'm like, E, some of these people will never meet you again. They may never come across a message so powerful. If you don't persuade them right now to live their best life, then E, this person may be lost forever. That's how I go in. And why, Moose? Because I remember when Pastor Willis did that for me. I remember being homeless, a high school dropout, walking to this church, hearing him speak. He captivated me. He captivated me to the point of transformation. You feel me? And I every day I was like, yo, I want to do that. Like, I want to do that. Here's what I believe. I believe that if I do that, I'm going to make the money. I don't know if my PowerPoint presentation is sweet. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to make the big bucks. But I know people pay for diamonds because no two diamonds are alike. They're rare. And I was like, E, you don't even have to worry about getting paid. If you're rare, they love rare stuff in this world. They will pay a pretty penny for rare. I heard somebody say the other day that Lamborghinis don't do commercials. I heard they don't do commercials.
Facts.
And I heard they don't have a spot in the mall where you can come sit and play in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't come and sit in the Lamborghini and dream. They're like, yo, if you ain't ready for this, why? Because it's rare. And so I always said to myself, if you're a person of integrity, that's rare, bro. If you ain't trying to get over on people, that's rare. If you ain't manipulative, that's rare in this world. If you ain't a shark, that's rare. And I'm going to teach the world that you can make good money, that you can have great relationships, that you can be phenomenal by just being excellent, and walking in the spirit of integrity, bro. So yeah, Moose, that's how I look at it. I don't look at the people. I look at myself. And I think too many people, they want to honor their craft maybe, but they're not honoring themselves. And so I want to honor myself first. Then I want to honor my craft. And I believe if I honor myself and my craft, that's going to spill over to everybody that's in the room.